Quite a change in many ways. Well, thank you, Jerry. I really look forward to working with you, with the newly elected members of the board, and, of course, our entire membership. It's obvious we have a lot to do. So this is my third time before you in this capacity to address the membership at our annual meeting. I need to start by thanking the board for its ongoing support, all of our committee members and volunteers for their time and efforts, the staff of LeadingAge New Jersey for their tireless efforts and without ever complaining. Well, almost never. And most of all you for our membership, for all you do. I see my job as this, to ask myself each and every day, what have we done to earn your loyalty? Have we provided value to you, filled your needs, your expectations of your association? Certainly that's ultimately your decision to make. However, let me quickly review some of this past year's accomplishments. Again, we've taken our educational offerings across the state, in almost all cases to our member facilities, whom I thank very sincerely for sharing, opening their doors for us for the programming. Some of our most highly attended programs this past year were several programs on MDS training, fair housing programs, nursing leadership, an acclaimed energy summit. I'm not going to detail them all, but clearly we try to provide a good spectrum of programming for all of you. This year, our Education Committee conducted a survey to assess what areas you would like to see further programming in. So, resultant from that data, you're going to see rolling out over the year sessions targeted to what you have requested, and sessions that span the range of types of professions and types of facilities that we have that comprise our membership. On the advocacy front, we've had some huge accomplishments, some yet to be accomplished. I was initially going to say the Medicaid case mix prospective payment system after 10-some years is behind us, but it's not. There's new wrinkles all the time. We're always working with state government in particular to try to get issues resolved that allow you the most flexibility in providing services to your constituents. We continue to testify before legislative committees with particular emphasis on proposed budgets. We do meet year-round, not just at budget time, with legislative leaders. We go to district offices. We meet with staff from the governor's office, with key cabinet officials and their teams. I've also tried this past year to bring you increasingly high-level speakers. We had at a recent membership meeting the Governor's Chief of Staff, Rich Bagger, if you recall. We've had our new Ombudsman, Jim McCracken, speak at our meeting, Ombudsman for the Institutionalized Elderly. I hope you see through this meeting that we've tried to have with Governor Christine Todd Whitman, with Olympia Dukakis, with the speakers yet to come, again, trying to get the bar higher and higher in terms of the quality that we provide to you. We also support your national LeadingAge in Washington. We schedule and attend the congressional visits that they have once a year, and again, we often go to congressional district offices throughout the year to try to advocate on issues that are national in scope and that would affect all of you. Let me not overlook one of the most frequently utilized services that we provide, and that's the one-on-one problem solving for our members. You all seem to have learned to know, you've really got it down, that when you have an issue to call Frank Byrne. Now, he's tried to change his phone number many times resultant from that, but you know, we have a system that puts it right through, notwithstanding those efforts. But whenever a regulator is making you crazy, when you're not sure of some arcane licensing requirement, when you want help anonymously, again, you know to call us, I hope, to help run interference, to get an answer for you, to try to do what it takes to get you the thorough and efficient service that we try to provide. Okay, all of these things are sort of the core things that we do for you, but and I don't mean to dismiss them. They are always at the core of our mission to providing for your support. But I want to change a little bit. I want to change gears and talk about this name change thing and try to figure out what all the hullabaloo is about. I think you've heard several times today, yesterday, the day before, over the last couple of months, that this is more than just a name change. It's more than just trying to have something that's not so hard to say as Najasa or what have you, and to understand what that is. So what is it? What does that mean? Well, let me tell you what my interpretation is of this name change, because it will determine what we're doing for you. Yes, as I said, we will continue to provide the core of services we've always tried to give to you, and we're going to try to do it more efficiently. But times, they are changing, as the old song goes, if you're, like me, old enough to remember it. So what are we, your association, going to ensure for you? We want to be sure that you're prepared for these changing times. You've heard from our new chairman these incredible numbers changes and what impact they're going to have. And as he very rightly said, you know, is this something to be frightened about? It's certainly not something to just put our heads down, duck under the table, and hope goes away, because they're not going away. I hope you know that the current funding streams cannot stay as they are with this tsunami of seniors about to hit. No amount of advocacy on our parts for you can make that happen. Okay, this is a national trend, in fact international, but for our purposes, national numbers change. Funding is not going to stay the same. You also know, I hope, that health care reform is upon us. While it may be tweaked a bit and it's all a little bit uncertain, its essence, many core components, will remain. So no one can rest on his or her proverbial laurels. No number of 5-star ratings, for example, will ensure a strong future for a particular nursing home. No long history of serving a particular religious community will guarantee future organizational success. No dedication to mission will necessarily result in dedicated continuity of residents and funding. So then, what does all this mean for you and for us? Well, we've got to realize that these external changes are going to mean you must make internal changes. We must reposition and realign. We must face facts or go the way of the dinosaur. In this, I see my job as stretching the resources of this association in order to help you to stretch to face this change. We must provide you with all the assistance that you may need to make the changes required, whether that be through different kinds of seminars and training, whether it's brokering agreements between you and acute care hospitals, or helping you negotiate a fair payment methodology under a bundled payment system. Whatever those changes may be, we have to be there to help you survive and get through them. We need to provide programming also that teaches you how to measure outcomes and improve your technology, because that's going to be critical. Like never before, we must all listen to our consumers, our seniors, and their increasingly strong voice. Together, we must lead. We must be leading age. If we don't, others more flexible shall. We must lead New Jersey into the next chapter of support and caring for those in the twilight of life. So what I do for you is simply to pledge that this association, LeadingAge New Jersey, will make every effort to ensure that you are prepared for this new era of change. Together, we shall face these changes and emerge redesigned, refreshed, and recommitted. Thanks very much. I think Jerry's back on. Did I lose him? Oh, there he is. Whoops. I've just closed the book, and without this book, we're done. Sorry. Can you sing a bit? Here we are. Here we are. After the thunderous applause.